Okay, so the second step in our SEO program is to look at 404 errors. Now, 404 errors are a normal part of most websites. Where they become a problem is if the page that has the 404 error on it is actually indexed in Google, and Google is taking you to this page. And as you can see on this site, if someone landed on this page, it doesn't look very good at all, and it's a bad 404 page as well. The second problem is that originally this page would have had content on it, and there may have been somebody out there on the web who saw this page and thought, oh, that's great useful information, and they may have put a link from their website to this page. So now whenever anybody goes from their website to this page, they get a 404 error, and that's not great for SEO. In those two instances, it's not good for SEO. You could be losing traffic, you could have lost really good links, and when someone gets to a page like this, they usually just leave. They don't, search around to try and, find what they were looking for, unless you've got a really good 404 error page, or unless it's relatively easy for them to find what they were looking for on your site. So how are these created? How could you end up with these on your site? We're going to look at that. We're going to look at how you can find them, and we're going to look at how you can fix them. So the first thing that you'll find is that, particularly if you have changed your website domain name, if you've changed web developers and you've gone from one web developer to another and they've created a new beautiful website for you, but certainly all these URLs may have changed, or it may well be that you've gone in and changed a page yourself. So I've had instances where web developers have redeveloped a site for somebody. It looks fabulous, but the person's lost 90% of their traffic because they changed all the URLs and everything's going to a 404 page. So it's really, really important to make sure that if you've just had your website changed over to a new website, if you've been going in and changing pages yourself over time, you could have a lot of these error pages. If it's a brand new site that's never been developed before, you've never ever had a website before, then the chances are that you probably won't have any of these errors, but it's a good idea to know about how to fix them in the future, and to make sure that you don't create them in the future. Like I said, the first thing could be that you've got a new web developer, you've got a new template on your site, a new theme, something like that, which could have changed these pages. But to show you an example of how it could actually happen, how you might do it yourself. So just say that we're on this page here, the About page, and currently this is what the About page looks like. So if I go to hopeorganics.com/about, this is what you'll see. If I now go in and change that, I decide, oh, I don't really like it just being about, I want that to be about us. And then I go, okay. And then I update that page. So I've just now changed the address. So it's pretty much like if you moved home and then you didn't tell anybody that you've actually moved home. That old home still exists, but you're not there anymore. So now what we'll do is we'll go, okay, so we're going to view the page, and we'll now see that our About Us page exists on this URL, About Us. So that's fine. Now if I go back to this previous page, which was the About page, that doesn't disappear. That page still exists, but it's now become an error page. So when we update it, so you can see that now the About page is showing an error page. So just to go over that again, what we did was we changed this from About to About Us. We now have the About Us page, which shows the content. and we've got the about page, which is an error page. So we've got two pages. This page still exists. So in Google, this page still exists until Google discovers that it's a 404 page and that it needs to actually be finding this page. So people will come to it. If people were linking to this page, they're now coming to an error page. So hopefully that makes sense, that when you change these URLs in your pages, might be called a permalink, an alias in some systems, that what can happen is that you create, or what happens is you create two pages and one of them no longer exists. So if we don't want to lose the traffic that was coming to that page, and if we don't want to lose the links that were coming to that page, then we need to make sure that we redirect this. So I'm going to show you later how you can do these redirections, but what I want to show you now is some ways to discover these error pages on your site.